this is Pete or Kenshin1913 along with
Dad.
And Jimmy Navaji.
And Claudia.
And this is another Cooking with Kenshin1913. What are we going to be making today?
We're gonna make some pizza dough or bread dough.
Alright. Sounds good. Alright, so what do we have here? We got flour.
Flour, King Arthur flour.
And we got yeast. We've got salt and olive oil. That's pretty much all you need, right, for a bread dough.
Yep.
Or even a pizza dough. So right now I believe she put in 2 cups.
Three.
No,
3
3.
cups.
And there comes the 4th one.
We do about 5 cup.
And how much dough does this usually make? Like you can make how many pizzas with it, or how many bread? What do you think?
I did about 5 cup,
That's
2
the-
pizza.
Right, 2 pizzas.
Yeah, 2 pizza.
2 medium pizzas.
Yeah, because this guy here, he's the
No,
pizza
one
man.
was a big one.
Yeah, but you can make it 2 medium.
Yeah.
That's it. This is the flour.
2 large.
Now you add your
Tablespoon of yeast.
and you buy it by the.
Just-
You said you buy it by the pound,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you just keep it in the fridge, and that's
Yeah.
what, active dry yeast or something.
yeah, just a little over a tablespoon.
Tablespoon and a quarter.
So yeah, me and my mom made a recipe similar to this, right? With our ubin, where we have to use yeast.
A teaspoon.
That's
A
all right.
tablespoon
That's alright.
salt.
Do you add any a little sugar?
Yes, a little sugar.
Yeah, because that helps the yeast.
Yes, yeah. A little olive oil. I don't measure, I just pour a little
Yeah, we'll
bit.
figure it out. Don't worry.
That's
A
it.
couple of tablespoons.
Now the water,
As you need.
is you need to make a soft dough. Not too hard. Oh, this is you have to learn. This is the easy.
Right. So now she's mixing the dough. And you just gotta add water as needed.
Yeah.
So now she added just a little bit of sugar, because that helps the yeast do its thing.
Yeah. Reset.
Now, if you wanted, Zia, you could use a mixer, right?
I know what this woman that taught me how to make this bread. She with the mixer. I have the mixer, the hook. But this is easy. You don't work that much the dough. You just work a little bit, just with the wooden spoon, and you just mix it.
And now you just gotta make sure you get all the flour
Yes.
incorporated with the water.
Yeah. Just a little bit, just another drop of water.
Now, what is the dough? What does the dough kind of feel like? So
Have to
you
be
know
so-
when you're done mixing.
It's a soft.
Okay.
Have to be soft. It doesn't stick that much in your hands when you work. I think.
So yeah, Dad, you could use this as a dough recipe if you wanted for our pizza.
Yeah, but I get the other kind.
Right. Now with this, you're gonna end up you're gonna have to proof it, meaning you gotta like let it rise,
Yes.
right? And you gotta do that twice.
Yeah,
Or
I
just
like
one?
for the bread. Yeah,
Right.
you do twice. You now I let it raise.
Mm-hmm.
Then I punch it down.
Mm-hmm.
Then I make my loaf of bread,
Mm-hmm.
and then I let it raise again.
But if you were doing the pizza dough, you wouldn't have to let it
No,
raise. Right.
no. After it raise, then I make my pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you said this would make 2 loaves of bread.
Yeah, it's a big one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you want to just mix it till it's all incorporated.
Yeah. Then you work it just a little bit by hand, you know. Not that much.
Mm-hmm. You got anything to say, Papo?
This is hefty something.
Yeah.
It's all made by hand.
Alright, so now you're kneading it.
Yeah, but they're not that long.
Yeah. So where'd you end up learning how to make this recipe from your neighbor, you said?
No,
No?
a friend of mine.
Oh.
I'm a neighbor.
What, she was the one who came over and made this with the pizza, you remember? What was her name?
No, Olivia?
No,
No?
Olivia make the pizza dough.
Mm-hmm.
This will make the bread dough.
Mm-hmm.
She's a Barisa lady.
Yeah, you're getting a nice like ball. Now when you're at the end when you put the can you put it some olive oil in your pan?
Yes.
That's what you're gonna do?
Yep. Normally they say when you make the pizza dough or the bread dough, they say work 10 minutes of the dough, but I never work there.
Yeah.
That's
That's a lot of work.
yeah, that's most all done.
Mm-hmm. Now the dough shouldn't stick to your hands.
Yeah, no, sure.
Yeah.
No. This is thick a little bit, but you know that's the consistency.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Putting a little olive oil on the bottom.
Yeah.
And that helps it from not sticking too, right?
Yeah.
And then you pretty much, you gotta put this, after you put it in here, you gotta let it rise, or proof,
Yeah.
as they call it.
Big sign across.
Mm-hmm. You gotta do that.
And that's it.
And then you put the cover on, and you gotta put it in a warm spot, right?
Yes. I put in my chair,
Mm-hmm.
and I cover with a blanket.
Yeah.
Let it warm.
Yep, so we're gonna do that, and we'll be back to show you what it looks like when it's risen.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're back about an hour. A little over an hour. And as you can see, the dough has risen. Z is trying to get out. Double its size, right.
Now we are ready to punch it down.
Mm-hmm. This is your favorite part? You get to punch it?
Yeah.
So if you were gonna use this as, hello Stella, if you were gonna use this as pizza dough,
This is ready.
yeah. But
But
since
if-
we're gonna do bread,
We have to let it raise again.
right. And I think this is called double proofing.
Okay.
All right.
This is done.
All right. So now we're just gonna put the cover back on, let it rise, right?
Yep. Then we make the loaf.
Nice.
Erase. Now we're going to put it in the oven.
All right. So what ended up happening was we ended up Z ended up putting them in these pans after they raised for the second time, right?
Yep.
And then we just put them in here and they raised up this much. So they look pretty good. So we're gonna throw them in a 400-degree oven for about what, like 50 minutes?
For 20 minutes.
For about what?
20, 25.
About 20-25 minutes, and we'll show you what they look like when they come out. All right, so this is the bread. About a half hour cooking. It should look like this. And as Zia did, you just tap on it, and that's how you know it's done.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let it cool, and then slice it, and then have it.
Butter.
Yeah, and then have some, and we'll show you what it looks like. All right, so now we're cutting that bread. And it's pretty crusty.
It's an Italian bread.
Look at that. All right, so here's the bread. We got nice, light, fluffy, and crusty bread.
Homemade.
Homemade, artisan. Had to rise 3 times, but we're not going to tell you why. Anyways, this bread is delicious.
We baked 2 loaves.
2 loaves is terrific. Put a little butter, a little jam. You set the roll, right?
Yep.
So this has been Pete, or Kenshin1913, along with my Zia and Uncle Jimmy. And this has been another Cooking with Kenshin1913.
Bye.